Hey, yo, fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome to Philadelphia Eagles Now. We're going to answer your guys' mailbag questions coming up here in today's mailbag video. First, though, follow me on Twitter. We're so close to 3,000 followers. I don't know, like 2,900 versus 3,000. I'd rather have 3,000. I tweet a ton of Eagle-related stuff as well. So follow me on Twitter at RealThomasMott right now. All right, it's time for our subscriber mailbag questions. If you're a subscriber and you asked a good question over the past week, it's probably going to be pulled for this video. Now, not guaranteed because I only do so many questions, but you guys get my point. We will start with Big Dog 1891, who says, which player do you think is getting too much playing time? Which player isn't getting enough? Easy. Jalen Reagor. He's getting way too much playing time. Now, I understand why, because technically, if you look at the depth chart, as we'll do a little bit later on in the video, there isn't much behind him, but Reagor at least should not be getting this many targets, right? Time on the football field is one thing, targets is another. He's getting way too many targets. He's over 50 targets this year, 25 catches. Right? Like, he's basically half the time you throw the football to Jalen Reagor, he's not going to catch it, as we, of course, saw in the loss to the Giants, hit him in the hands, and he dropped it, right? So, take some of the targets away from Reagor. I'm not saying that they're scheming and they're like, just throw the ball to Reagor, he's the first option. But Hurts kind of gets off of Goddard or gets off of DeVonta Smith and kind of focuses in on Reagor, and I don't know why. Take the targets down a little bit from him and give them to Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert is exactly where the target should go. Him and DeVonta Smith are the top two receivers on this roster, and Goedert really should be a 70 to 80 catch guy a year, and he's not even going to be close this year because Jalen Hurts really doesn't throw him the football as much as he should. I understand, again, this is not all Jalen Hurts' fault, but you got to make sure you're implementing the offense to where Goddard and Smith are the two focuses because they are not getting enough playing time or enough targets is probably the better conversation there for the first question. Ad break pin comment down below. Answer this question. Which Eagle needs to get more touches? I say Dallas Goedert. You say? Let me know down below right now during this ad break. And while you're down there, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button to go ahead and help us get to 22,000 subs. All right, next question comes from FaZe Toxic YouTube, where YT says, since they lost against the New York Giants, are they still in the playoffs? Yes, they are. The Eagles are still very much alive. I've tried to go ahead and emphasize that many, many times. I think that right now, Philadelphia has 5 games left, right? If I do that right, Jets this week, bye week, and then you're going to go ahead and have, what is it? The Giants, Washington twice, and then the Cowboys. So, yeah, you have 5 games left. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is that Philadelphia has a chance to continue to go 4-1 over the next 5 weeks and make the postseason. Like, 8 losses is probably going to get you in a really good spot to be the 7th seed. 7 losses, if they were to win out, they're guaranteed to make the postseason. So they're not done by any means necessary. If they can beat the Jets, they're going to be just fine. And as you currently see in the playoff picture, there are still some football teams there that are iffy in terms of if they're good or not, right? Are the Niners good? Are the Vikings good? They just lost to the Niners. The Saints obviously are struggling. You know, so I think that this playoff picture is still very much in play for Philadelphia, but they can't, afford to lose football games to bad football teams, right? You can't lose to the Jets. You can't lose to the Giants when you play them again in Philadelphia, and really need to win both games against Washington. Those 2 games are going to be extremely important because Washington now is rising up the playoff bracket as they had a nice win on Monday night against the Seahawks. And so take care of business. If they do that against what are technically bad football teams, then they're going to make the postseason. If they don't, then they won't. It's that simple. Drop a like down below if you guys think Philadelphia will make the playoffs. If you think they will, give this video a thumbs up. I think that they're still going to. I mean, until they have a very bad loss, and the Giants game was a bad loss, but I mean, going forward, if they have another bad loss, I'll probably finally jump ship, but I still feel like they will, so give the video a thumbs up. Okay, before we go and get into the next question, the Eagles hoodie I mentioned earlier is still 50% off. I mean, this thing is fantastic, and the fact that it's not sold out yet blows my mind. So jump on the deal right now. Chatsports.com/Eagles hoodie. You see the link. It's probably below me right now. It's also in the description box. Jump on that deal because Christmas is coming. It's December, first week of December right now, and you guys need to jump in on the Christmas shopping list. I have asked for some Eagles gear. You guys should too, so pick up the Eagle hoodie right here. Chatsports.com/Eagles hoodie. The promo code, the 50% off is going to be applied automatically, of course, for the green hoodie. All right, Ada Adler says, just watching this on Monday, Reagor is not a bust as he never had any air in the first place. Guy is terrible. Why does Ward not play? Hightower? Why was Fulgham cut? How is pride costing us games? A lot to break down here. Yeah, so first off, Greg Ward does need to get more touches. But at the same time, the touches he is getting, that sprint right option where he dropped it in the end zone, is not helping his case. Like, I think that the Eagle coaching staff does think that Reagor is a better receiver than Ward, but at the same time, Reagor's playing so badly, I would be fine with Ward getting some more touches. And JJ Arcega-Whiteside, he's so useless. Like, he's basically just in there to block. I'd rather get Hightower up as he, of course, is on practice squad, then have Hightower, then have I think a Whiteside in there. We all know Reagor is struggling right now. We see the stats from his career where it's not been great. What, a 56.6% catch rate? It's just not going to do. And so I would like to see him just get a little bit of less targets and more targets to, of course, Smith and Goddard. But I do like the idea of Ward getting some more touches. Fulgham being cut, I mean, he obviously didn't perform well in training camp, so off he went. Hightower, though, is a guy that I definitely think should get some a chance to maybe be called up to the active roster. I would definitely, maybe Whiteside is playing better at practice, but why not call up Hightower? Because Whiteside has like 1 or 2 catches this year. So either way, I get your point. I agree. He's not a bust. He's never really been that great. But anytime you're a first-round draft pick and ever playing this poorly, you still have to basically be considered a bust. Make sure you guys, again, are subscribed to the channel, because if your question was not answered in this video, one of the things you got to check is make sure you're a subscriber, because if you are a subscriber, you have a chance to be polled if you have a good question. If you're not a subscriber and you even have a good question, I still won't poll it. Those are the rules. So go down below and subscribe to the channel. We would greatly appreciate it. Frank says, hi, Thomas. I agree with Hurts and build the team defensive needs. However, this at Jets game is a must-win. I hope Jordan Howard plays, for he's a difference maker in our backfield. I agree. I don't see Rodgers or Wilson coming to Philadelphia regardless of their situations. This is a Week 22 quarterback draft class, and we don't need a better version of Hurts with Malik Willis. A lot to break down there, but I'll say I'm not impressed with the draft class either. Like, Kenny Pickett's the best quarterback in this draft class, and yet I don't think he's a lot better than some of the previous quarterbacks to come out of the last couple of draft classes. He's not better than Trevor Lawrence, not better than Josh Allen was, right? I think he's fine and will be the first quarterback taken, but I'm not sold on Malik Willis. I'm not sold on Desmond Ridder. I'm not sold on Matt Corral. Like, those are all kind of iffy guys who are not NFL ready at all, in my opinion. And I agree with your thoughts on the whole draft thing. Like definitely, you spend these draft picks on the defense. Maybe a wide receiver involved in there, but I mean, if you have a chance to get so many good players, and that's why I continue to kind of emphasize this and hit it home. Like, I like Russell Wilson, and I would like him as a quarterback in Philadelphia, but if you could tell me that Hurts can continue to progress, as technically he should, going into year 3, and you give him a good defense, another receiver mixed in there, and the offensive line is healthy, like, they can be very dangerous next year, and I feel very confident in that, and so I would agree with your question and analysis there, Frank. Send me guys to score predictions on Twitter. Like, I want you guys to DM me. I had a lot of people DM me last week when we did this, so do it again. Follow me on Twitter at RealThomasMott. Give me your score predictions for Jets-Eagles. I said 31-17 in our previous video, and so I'm still going to stand behind that. Give me your score predictions in the comment section, and send them to me on Twitter into my Twitter DMs. One more here. Bruce Culver says, what's up, T-Money? What up? How's it going? I want to know on a scale of 1 to 10, how good do you think DeVonta Smith is and how good of a career he will have? And also, do you think he can win Offensive Rookie of the Year? Hashtag Eagles, hashtag Fly Eagles Fly. Scale 1 to 10, he's good. He's going to be, I think, a 10 out of 10 eventually. Right now, he's a 7 or an 8. He's getting open. Like, there's a lot of times that Hurts not throwing him the football, and it's like, come on, what are you doing? In terms of a career, I think he's the best Eagle receiver we've had in a very long time and will be going forward. I would love to pair him with another good receiver, whether you go out in free agency or you draft somebody. You mentioned Chris Olave, Ohio State. I think 2 is better than 1, and giving him somebody, I mean, Reagor's supposed to be the Robin to his Batman. Reagor's obviously not, and so get him another one will definitely help out, but he's going to have a great career, man. He's almost going to be a 1,000-yard receiver this year. Like, he's going to have 6 or 7 touchdowns and close to 1,000 yards receiving. I mean, Philadelphia's not have a receiver that's been that successful in a long time since basically Alshon Jeffrey. In terms of Offensive Rookie of the Year, I don't think so. I think it's going to, I mean, Mac Jones is going to win that, right? Mac Jones is balling out, and Mac Jones is a quarterback, and so Mac Jones or Jamar Chase have a much better chance, but I don't care about Offensive Rookie of the Year. I care about it this year actually producing, getting us to the postseason, and then being great for many years to come, and Smith is definitely going to do that. All right, ultimate today on our Philadelphia Eagles Now mailbag video. If you did not get your question answered in this video, go down below, hashtag Eagles in the comments section. There's a chance I'll pull it for next week's video, because the first pool I go to for next week's video is this the comments on this video. So that's how it works. Of course, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. We'll have full coverage of the Eagle game on Monday and a full breakdown of hopefully a nice, easy Eagle victory. Again, for Philadelphia Eagles Now, I'm Thomas Mott, ultimate for today in this mailbag video. Signing off. To the rest of your guys' day.